Hi everybody, welcome to Essential Contact for the 9th of April 2020. It's Thursday of Holy Week. And can I begin by saying, well, we'd love for you to join us in what we've got prepared for remembering and celebrating the events of that first Easter, the most important events in history. Please join us tomorrow, Good Friday, on our website at 10:15. We're going to post at 10:15 a video up on our website. It's a video journey to help us to come back again to that most central and wonderful event of all history, when Jesus died for us. So please do join in with that, and please come to our live stream on Sunday at 10:15 on our website again. Also, a number of church members and families will be celebrating the Passover, Christian Passover supper tonight. If you want to do that as well, then you can find on our website upcoming events and a sheet that helps you to do that. And also, there's something for children, Easter garden instructions for children. But most importantly, come tomorrow morning and Sunday morning, Good Friday and Easter. Also, if you hear a rocket taking off during this video, please don't be alarmed. It's just the fan on my computer, so just warn you about that. Well, we are in the footsteps of Jesus in this Holy Week as he goes on his road towards the crucifixion and resurrection. What was he doing on the Thursday? Well, this one might be quite well known. It's the day of the Last Supper. We assume that Jesus was in Bethany still, staying the night each night in Bethany with his friends, and then the disciples come and ask him, where would you like us to share the Passover supper? Because of course, God's people each year at this time would be celebrating and remembering in a meal the events of that first Exodus, liberation from slavery in Egypt, and deliverance through God's plagues. Well, Jesus says, go into the city and you'll find the man who's all ready for it. He knows it's his time. He knows it will be his time to shine. He'll get all these preparations ready for the Messiah to celebrate the Passover supper. And you'll probably no doubt know lots of the events that go on during that meal. After that, they've sung a hymn. Jesus goes to Gethsemane, the Garden of Gethsemane, which means olive press. And literally he is crushed in his spirit. In anguish he prays, Father, take away this cup that you've given for me to drink. Yet, not what I want, but what you want. And he doesn't falter. And then after he's arrested, and he's taken first to Caiaphas the high priest, and on into dawn when the cock crows after Peter has denied Jesus 3 times. Well, what I want to share with you is a verse from that first Exodus, because as we think of the Last Supper, and we think of the Passover meal, and we think of the events of Passover, well, actually, we are in a similar sort of situation, or in a situation that helps us to envisage what was going on that first Passover. In the same way that we are, in a way, locked in our own homes, shut in as the coronavirus sweeps across and the death toll mounts, so we get some of the sense of what the Israelites felt as they shut themselves in on that Passover night. And the angel of death, the last plague that God sent upon Egypt, passed around. Well, this is what happened because, of course, Jesus, when he celebrates his Last Supper, he explains that the true significance of the Passover supper is found in him. And so we make all the connections. Exodus 12, verse 13. God says to those Israelites, the blood will be a sign for you on the houses where you are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you. No destructive plague will touch you when I strike Egypt. The Israelites sacrificed a lamb and painted its blood upon their doorposts. And when the angel of death saw that blood, it would pass over those houses that had accepted God's provision for salvation. And in the same way, yes, coronavirus is bad, but there comes judgment that is even worse at the end of time. And it is those who have accepted God's gift and said, yes, Jesus, please, may your blood be upon my door. May I take on board what you have done for me. By faith I accept that your blood is covering me. I've done evil, I haven't lived as you wanted me to. But you have paid the price for that, and I accept the blood and put it across my door. And now I'm sheltered under the cross of Jesus from the judgment that is to come. Well, are you sheltered under the cross of Jesus? It is Jesus who loves you, who died to save you. It is his sacrifice, it is under his cross that we are sheltered from the wrath of God and can come safely into the arms of our loving Heavenly Father. May you be richly blessed as you remember and celebrate these most wonderful events this weekend.